Well, that wasn't how I expected it to start, but never mind. Hold on, I'll have to get my tripod, or my little selfie stick thing here. And then I don't know, the stream might work terribly, who knows. Oh god, I can see myself on the computer as well. So we've got a little thing to try and fix. I don't like being on camera that much, but I don't know. Oh, didn't like that. Yeah, really didn't like that. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to like spin it around like this. There's one of those legs at the front. Maybe like that, and maybe it will hold steady, possibly. All right, we are streaming in very, very low quality. We got this. You see it? You can sort of see it. I can't see the chat, but there's no one watching it right now, so that's fine. This is a blower for a little for a kid's inflatable costume, and if I plug it into some kind of USB enabled power device, one moment. There's a battery on the USB plotter. There we go. If I find some USB enabled power, you should be able to hear what the problem is. I'm hoping that's a really simple problem to fix. I have some I have a screwdriver there, and I have one there, and that appears to be a good size to try. So let's see if we can pull it apart and get this thing done before my phone goes flat. Because I don't think I have a charging cable in here. I might do, but I don't think I do. So that would be quite annoying. And then I'd have to restart the stream, and then there'd be more streams. And I already said earlier this year I wasn't going to do streams anymore, but I changed my mind. So it's got some little clips. Which way do these clips go? I want a little prying type screwdriver, really, ideally. Not that I have one. I've never got one to hand. I need one. What about some kind of spudger? Do I have a spudger in here? Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, I don't have a spudger. What do I have? Oh look, I have that. That might do it. That looks like a sort of prying type prizing tool. Let's see if I can. I can see that the. Oh right, so these have to go in like that. Ah, there they are. Right, so there's one, and then this one they push in. So is that the that pointy end might be better again for pushing in like that and releasing the clips. Okay, so that comes off, and this impeller is just oh right. So it looks like it has just come unstuck from the motor. It just rattles around there. It looks like it might have had some glue on it at one point. But yeah, it's a bit. Shall we put it on while there's no cover on it? I'm gonna. So it just looks like it doesn't have enough stuff to stick it on. So maybe super glue. Probably all that's required, I think. Should we try that? And I've got some thick super glue. I've got some, thank you, James, for my star bond. I mean, this looks like the exact reason that you would have some star bond around, wouldn't it? Let's try it. Put a dab in there. Lovely. Whew, smell the cyanoacrylate. Let it. See if it's sort of. I'll have to leave that like that for a few minutes, I think. Oh, you know what I should do? I should leave it this way up, shouldn't I? For that to bond. I mean, it might work, it might not. Who knows? If not, maybe something thicker. But super glue should. I mean, I could always mix up some epoxy and put it on there, but then I run the risk of the epoxy going into the motor, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. So I'll go with that. I'll go with that and see how we go. Because, yeah, it was definitely a rattle. I hope your phone's charged now, dear. Because that would be really annoying if your phone wasn't charged. Speaking of phones being charged, is this a phone charging cord? Could I possibly? Oh, it is. There we go. Look, I will use my USB power source for good. Now, will my phone fall over when I try to do this? Because there is a tripod thing in the way. I'll try not to bump it. Oh, I'm sorry, there's an earthquake of phone proportion. Possibly. No, I don't think we're getting much. Anywho, well, that's, I think we're getting much. Anywho, well, that's, hopefully it's going to be enough for that to bite. I suppose I put it back on, and if it turns out that it doesn't work, it's time to bust out the JB Weld. And then it definitely will be stuck there, and it'll be stuck there to the point that it won't ever come unstuck. So, but of course the other thing is that I might have stuck it on there in some kind of unbalanced fashion, which wouldn't be good. But never mind, we'll figure it out, won't we? That's part of what we do on this channel, doing. That was almost going to be my name for this channel. I was either going to be Learn by Doing, or I was going to call it like Passable Woodworking. Not like fine woodworking, just passable. And I was going to start every video with, join me while I learn to make a whatever. But there we go. Well, that might be a very easy fix, but I can't really do much about it yet because I want to let that glue go off. So, slightly irritating that the connection keeps dropping out. What else? What else we got? Oh, look! I can unbox a thing. I've got some things I can show. While the blower, I'll leave the blower there because that's the subject of the stream, isn't it? I've got some things to show. So here we go. Here's my first thing. There we are. It's a battery gender bender adapter, and it is to adapt a DeWalt XR 18 volt to a Ryobi, or if you're from the United States, a Ryobi. So I hope to get to using that very soon. In due course. What else have I got? I've got lots of cool stuff that's happened because I haven't done a stream in so long. So long. Look, I've got this need to put this on charge. This incredible thing here is like the world's most advanced tape measure. This is a seriously high-tech piece of kit. So what happens is that the tape measure, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little scanner, a little encoder down here, and this actually reads, and there's a code on the bottom as well. So as this tape is getting pulled out, there's a reader in here that's reading the bottom of the tape measure. This is looking at the top and sort of striking a line on these marks, and it then gives you an accurate readout to the, you know, millimeter or whatever increment that you are aiming to use. The default on this one is millimeters, but one thing that is a little bit tricky is that it is battery powered, which means that sometimes you have to charge it. I can't quite remember how you, I think you press. I think I have to press something in. There it is. And it's a USB-C connector, and you charge the internal battery in here. And do I have a USB-C power cable? Is that a USB-C? Nope. I know I did have one somewhere. There's one. There we go. Look. This we can multitask on this channel. There you go. Put that on charge. See if it springs to life. I don't need to be up in the morning for work. Who's that comedian that no matter which way you plug in the USB, it's wrong 78% of the time? There we go. So it's a charging battery. But it's a very cool tool. I did do a project with it in September. I made a radio control car track for my son's birthday. And I used this to do all the measuring, and I made the track out of conduit. And at the party, the track looked great. None of the kids wanted to use it because they just really wanted to drive around and crash their cars into each other. So, yeah, easy come, easy go, right? What else? There's so many bits and pieces here. I have a 17-tooth pinion gear for one of my son's radio control cars that he wants me to fit. I have got some adjustable steering arms, I think for the same car. I've got Arduino stuff. This is my Arduino in the holder to go into the Dalek, but I need to reprint this holder because this holder is made of PLA and it won't survive the heat. But the Dalek, I think you've seen the Dalek, it's going okay. It's not exactly perfect, but you know, it could be far worse than how it already is, so that's pretty good. Broken drive shaft, I've already talked about that. By the way, if you here's a whinge. I needed to buy an Arduino Nano for where is it? For that. So I thought I would buy a genuine Arduino, and now I thought buying a Nano Every board, I thought that would be the most compatible Nano that I could get. It turns out this is not compatible with any other Nano. So, truth be told, I'm not going to say I'm not going to use it. I will use it, just I don't know how to code it yet. So, yeah, I haven't got anything 3D printing. I asked for sponsorship. I asked some places if they want to send me some filament, or they wanted to help me out with some with a printer or a laser cutter and crickets. So I guess I need to keep working on that. I'm just not at the stage where sponsorship is viable for the channel, but I'll keep plugging away. Eventually, hopefully something will transpire, which would be nice. So I've got some more updates on the Dalek. I've been doing them every day, and that's kind of taken the place of trying to make any other videos. I'm really hoping to get a video out before Christmas, but yeah, that's the way it goes. For my 5 concurrent viewers and anyone else that's currently watching, cool. Well, I'm so tempted to plug it in, but I want to let it settle on there. I don't want to let it just turn it on and have it all spin off again, because then it will take even longer. So, yeah, Sorry for the late start and apparently the very early finish. What else could I do? I could take you for a little walk around. Do you want to go for a walk around the workshop? I can show you what I've been working on, but I don't want to have my face on the camera, so I'll flip the camera around, and I'll have to unplug the thing from charging. But we will get better reception out in the workshop, the greater workshop area. But I'll have to try and carry this. Oh gosh, hold on. I'll go. Ready? Going up. Okay, we're up. Right. And then I think I can flip the camera. Yes, I can. Oh, look, you can see these are my parts boxes. The camera is currently on a selfie stick. Oh, it is charging. It is charging. Okay, ready? Here we go. There's the printer. There's the Ender 3. There's the CR10. There's the enclosure for the Ender 3 that has basically become part storage because it doesn't fit on the bench with the monitor there. All right. Oh, look, we can't get a feedback thing. What if I hold it? Maybe. All right, so maybe. All right, so I've got the door open. The dog's out there sitting on the ground because Billy, come on, come inside. Here he comes. Have you been good? You got a happy tail. Can you sit? Can you show everyone that you can sit? Do you like being the workshop dog? Yeah? Are you tired? Can I give you pats? There we go. There you go. Comment if you think Billy's a nice boy. Are you a good boy? You'd comment to say you're a good boy. You'd comment to say you're not getting enough snacks. Look, here's my tools. Here's my new tools. I have a new sander that I have yet to open. I bought it to do detail work on the Dalek over there. So that's a possible video coming. This is my Christmas present that my lovely wife bought me early, and that's why I've got the battery holder, because I don't have any Ryobi batteries, because I don't want to keep another lot of chargers. But that's going to replace the Azido nail gun, which was, well, an Azido nail gun. What else? What else? Should we go? Is there a particular order that I should go in? I've got a project in mind that is going to sort of reorganize this and some of the stuff over there, and I do need to get rid of stuff. I know that. I've got boxes of tiles down there from our kitchen renovation, so they'll need to get stored somewhere. I also have a piece of bench top over there, which is meant to be a router table in the table saw. I have a Triton router over there that's meant to go in there as well. I'm getting a router plate for Christmas, so then hopefully that will be more stuff that I can do. What else? I've got, there we go, there's the motor. This isn't the final bracket. I was just sort of spacing it out to make it thicker. What I have realized though is that I probably need to cut this right down, probably to something like that. Cut most of that off. Cutting 9mm aluminium, probably not a good idea. I'll probably have to get the grinder out to do that. But that's my motor with my pinion gear on it for turning the head on the Dalek Frank. So what else? I've got some other bits of Dalek Frank. There's a light cage that's meant to go on the side of the head there. You can start to see the colour scheme is not going to be the typical new series Dalek. This is an eye pivot that I made, and then when I realised that I would need to change the way that the eye goes on, then I had to change the way I did that. That's all right. This head is now on. The eye pivot's in there, so the light cage is meant to go on the side there like that. It's not in its final colour. This is just in primer. This is in its final colour. So yeah, okay, let's sort of go down here. I'll go through. So down on the bottom under that Hornet box, there's some multicoloured things, the sort of grey and white and red and stuff. They're the slats to go on Frank. Holes already drilled, they're already numbered. I just need to actually put them on. I've got the 3D printed gun box details that are going to go on the front. That is one of the retainers for the plunger arm and stuff. The plunger and gun arm are back here. There's the gun. Oh sorry, I can't say gun on YouTube. You can't say gun. You've got to say pew pew, because apparently that makes it better. Then again, my pew pew doesn't go pew pew. It goes bzzz. What else? It's been a 2 router week, router 1 and router 2. Doing a lot of work on the dome in there. The little drill has had a big workout. That sander and that screw. Oh, let me show you what the sander's got going on. We've just had it. I've got ant powder down because I wound up with ants in here. And we had a magpie the other day as well. We had a visit from a very inquisitive little magpie that sat up on that beam, and yeah, Billy the workshop dog was not impressed. So this is my scrap wood cutting board that I've made. Basically I got wood offcuts from the bin at work. It does need probably a bit of resin going in there, but yeah, it's all right. It looks okay. It's the first time I've ever tried to put a this cutting board is now only going to be one way up because I put a little handle in the side. I routed a little sort of handle in it, but it's quite chunky. Yeah, it's probably 30mm thick, so a bit of a hefty one. There's the hemispheres. So now I'm going to have some time after Friday. I can get more sanding and painting done. So there's some work on the dome that needs sorting, needs another coat of primer. All those hemispheres down there on the Dalek need a coat of primer. All those ones do. And then basically once it's all in primer, with the exception of getting this electric wheelchair to fit in there under the skirt, and then getting that attached to the bottom of that, I would basically be able to go in and getting it painted. But that's whenever I do something on the Dalek, one job turns into lots of other jobs, because as soon as you change one thing, it has a really bad knock-on effect. And I have this horrible feeling that I'm about to change this and it's going to have a further knock-on effect. But worst case, it's only going to move everything up by about 2mm, which should be okay. But yeah. And I need to put some heat shrink over the ball, the bearings in here. Under here, there's some bearings in a disc that whole thing is spinning on, and they make a bit of noise. But no gadunk from the joins in the 3D printed parts, so that's good. What else I've got? Oh, I got a new jigsaw. I got a new jigsaw. This is the old jigsaw. Cursed. It was horrid. So I got this in October, and I have been using it, but I haven't made any videos in a long time. So I think the last video I actually made was the drive shaft on my little RC car. This is the new jigsaw. It works beautifully. Very happy with it. The dog's decided he is a good boy. I have these Vivor draw slides, and it's to do with over there. So that and over there. And I actually have got a huge stockpile of material down here that I salvaged from the bin at work. So that is connected with those, is connected with over there. So that's coming events. I wonder what else I do. Do you want to go for a walk in the backyard? It's very late at night. It's nearly 11 o'clock, so have to be quiet. So we go. Here's where the magic of... Look, it's the magic of the Vac Shack. Yeah. Like and subscribe. Billy's come out. Yes. 6 a.m. there. Wow. So hang on, if it's 6 a.m. there, so your northern hemisphere. I wonder where in the northern hemisphere. I've got to. Oh, should I go and put the light on there so I'm not just trudging around in the dark? Okay. Let me go put a light on, because when I rewired the shed, I put a light under there, and I put a switch to it over here. Ta-da! I've been trying to get rid of all the weeds around here, because on Thursday last week at work I had a snake in the workshop, so I've become like ultra paranoid. I am coming out here in long pants and shoes, whereas I was coming out in shorts and bare feet. So excuse the mess. This is goals for the summer holiday. So we did a lot of weeding along here the other day, just because we do get wildlife from the laneway. So a lot of weeding down there done, so that we don't have any no-legged friends. And so trying to sort of clear out as much as we can under here. I know I need to mow under the trampoline, but also trying to encourage my grass to grow, and it's really struggling right now. And I need to cut that bush back, I know. So there we go. Hello, Billy. Off at 6 a.m. Where are you? Where are you if it's 6 a.m.? TTMH game. Ooh, I want to know where you are now. Are you somewhere in Europe? I can't look on my phone to see what time it is. Oh no, I walked in here and it's gonna go off. So there's just a lot of crap lying around at the moment, and I need to tidy up because it's been a busy few weeks, few months, and I've now got all this stuff that I need to start sorting. I have a bag of batteries. Now most of these now need to be put into oh, Canada, awesome. They need to be put into storage charge because we went radio controlled car racing on the weekend, and lots of them are lithium, with the exception of this chap. That one could probably be safe as it is, but I'll charge that one up anyway. And all those, they're lipos, so they need to be charged to storage voltage. And I usually do that over here. I did buy a fancy new charger. You want to see my charger? There we go, here it is. So this is a GT power charger. It's not a particularly well-known brand, but there was this hobby brand. Sorry, I'm just getting tangled in cords. Am I talking too loudly? I don't know. Too quietly, maybe. There was a hobby shop that was online called Hobby King. And just before COVID, they were very, very active in Australia. And then just as COVID started, postage just went bunter, and they just pulled out and they stopped selling stuff in Australia. They've now come back, but the postage is pretty ridiculous now. So this was sold by another hobby shop that we do still have in Australia. It's kind of connected to Toys R Us here. And this is about $120, and it can charge 4 batteries at once. And that's the only reason I bought it. It doesn't charge them quickly, but it means that I can, and because it uses that's the other thing. I didn't know this because I was a novice, but you can get them with different connectors on. So those yellow connectors are the same as the connectors that I use on my batteries. So it means I can plug in 4 of those to essentially I could balance charge them, and they don't have to all be the same voltage. You can just set 4 going at once, which is nice. Oh, that's right. And I have a jar because I need to make some slurry. Because the other thing, I don't know whether I should make a video of this. We've got a rooftop box on the car that needs a bit of tender loving care before we go away over the Christmas New Year break. And I don't know whether that would make an interesting video. It's not really a making, but it's sort of a repairing, refurbishing, upgrading video. So I don't know. Do you think that would be worth it? Maybe, maybe not. Cool, love it in Canada. Well, actually, I've never been to Canada. I watch a lot of Canadian YouTubers. I love, I can never pronounce his name correctly, but Matthias Wandel, or Wendell, or Wandel, the Wood Gears guy, he's really cool. Don't always agree with him, but he's really funny. And he's very clever, clearly very smart. So yeah, I've put ant powder down, which is unusual. This is outdoor ant powder, but I found a line of ants going along this way first. And then yesterday I came in here and there was a line going that way. There was also a line going along here and out this way. That's why there's still some down here. They went all the way out. I know I need to do my edges, but I was in a hurry. I will do my edges this weekend, I promise. So, hello Bill. Come on. Come on. I could sit on my electric wheelchair. I've got to also try and figure out how to get that backrest off. It's got some E-clips, C-clips. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. Sit down. Come on. Hello. Are you a good boy? Oh, thank you for the kisses. Can you sit? Oh, and of course, Tracy from Nova Scotia Living. She's pretty cool. Although it's very sad that she only has one poodle now. It was what happened to Violet was very sad, wasn't it, Bill? It was very sad. Billy and I were very sad whenever people have one less poodle. That's all right. You're a purebred, aren't you? You're a pure pain in the neck. You're a good dog, though. Just think, we could read people's comments while patting the dog. I mean, that's a good YouTube. That's a good way to run your channel, to be honest. Hey, is there anyone else in the comments? Maybe are you on mobile, or are you on a computer, or are you watching on a TV? God, I hope I'm not in your living room. Although Billy would be very good on someone's living room wall, wouldn't you, Bill? Yeah. Yeah. You've had a bath, haven't you? You're all nice and soft. You got very pattable ears, buddy. So it'd be nice to be able to tidy up some of the gear down here. I'm very much looking forward to it. And yeah, so oh, hello. Sorry, I stopped patting. I stopped talking about Billy. How could I have done that? Oh, sorry, only 2 people watching now. Never mind. Can't win them all. But thank you very much for anyone that's coming out or taking the time to watch, even if it's not live and you're watching it later on. Oh, you're sitting on my foot. You're sitting on my foot. Oh, are you telling us it's time to go inside? Do you want to go inside? Do you want to go inside? We're going to go and watch TV? I have to go inside and get ready for work tomorrow. Last day of school. Do you want to go to school? Would you come to school tomorrow? You'd like to come to school. I think the kids would like the idea of you being there, but I don't think you'd like the idea of them. What do you think? Thank you for sitting on my foot again. Oh, not enough. There we go. Well, thank you everyone for participation in the chat. I'll do it. Maybe I'll do a shorts video tomorrow on how that glue has dried, a little test run to see if it's fixed the problem. And I guess if it hasn't, well, I can live stream mixing up some epoxy and JB welding the fan onto the shaft of the motor. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Anywho, look after yourselves. Pat your puppies if you've got one, or whatever your pet is. Well, unless you've got like a pet, I don't know, cobra or something, don't pat that. But yeah, we're going to be out of here. I was under here. So I was saying the other day I had a snake in the workshop at the school I work in, and a few weeks ago I came in and I saw this tail disappear down here and behind this lot of stuff, which is why I got all this out. It turned out it was the tail of a blue-tongued lizard, which does have a tail that does look like a snake. It's got a sort of fat, round, pointy tail, so with stripes on it, so it does kind of look like it's a snake. But apparently that's part of the reason. Part of its defense is that it pretends to be a snake, and people think, ooh, I don't want to go near it, and it certainly worked. Because of the close encounter, and then this week's close encounter with it was an eastern brown apparently, and an eastern brown is the second most venomous snake in the world. Yay. There were no students in the workshop, just myself. I was going over to varnish some projects, and it was in the middle of the workshop floor. It was a very hot day, and apparently snakes don't really like being out in the heat for too long on a hot day. They like to regulate, and it was sort of too hot, and it was then looking for some refuge, and so the cool concrete floor of the workshop was ideal. But yeah, never mind. All right, we're going to go, right, Bill? Are we going to go? We're going to go inside? Tippy head? Have you got a tippy head? Yes. Oh, that was loud. That was loud. All the people are going to think, who's that loud dog? All right. From Billy and I in the workshop, thanks very much. And we'll see you again, hopefully. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot more lives, but we'll see. Maybe I will. Thanks, everyone. Bye. End stream. Awkward moment.